It is now officially 2016, which means we have some amazing new roller coasters coming out this year. Today I'm counting down what are, in my opinion, the top 10 most anticipated new roller coasters coming out. I decided to make this a roller coaster countdown instead of an overall ride countdown, even though we have some amazing new attractions coming out this year like Reign of Kong and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios Hollywood. And those are great new anticipated attractions, but I really want to focus on the roller coasters for this. In addition, I have also only made this a countdown for the United States, for the most part because most of the new roller coasters coming out are in the US. Really, the only exceptions are Wildfire and Flying Aces. And those are going to be great attractions, but I also really don't have any photos of construction of those rides or access to the animations, so that is another reason why I've decided to only make this a US countdown. So I'm just going to be quickly going through each of these attractions, talking about why we should look forward to them, and why they'll probably be great rides. Let's first start things off with Lake Compounce's Phobia Fear Coaster. This is a premier ride Skyrocket 2, and it's going to be the exact same as Tempesto at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. That is what you are seeing footage of now. Now if you've ridden Tempesto or Superman Ultimate Flight, then you know what to expect. This is a fun coaster, it's very compact, it just has a single inversion, and this is really the most modern roller coaster that's come to Lake Compounce in a long time. The only other main steel coaster that the park has is a Vekoma Boomerang, so this will be their largest steel coaster. Next up we have an S&S multi-launch going to Playland's Castaway Cove. This is a boardwalk park in New Jersey, and before this, they weren't really known for having great roller coasters. However, the park decided to remove their two main roller coasters and replace it with this cool looking ride. This is the first of its kind, and if it's successful, then I imagine we'll probably end up seeing more of these go into other parks. However, this is the first one to go out there. And I'm very excited for this park because when I went, I wasn't really that impressed with the park, but they really are giving it a makeover by adding 3 new roller coasters, and this is their big main addition, and it really does look to be a cool ride. Next up, we have Busch Gardens Tampa's Cobra's Curse. This looks to be the best spinning roller coaster ever. Spinning coasters aren't really known for being super thrilling rides, but this just looks really super cool. Here's why you should look forward to this. The theming. This coaster is going to be known for having this giant cobra statue that the coaster passes through the mouth of. It also has an elevator lift, not too many roller coasters have one of those. And it doesn't spin the entire time. You will actually spend the first part of the ride going forwards, you'll go up the lift hill backwards, and then spend the rest of the ride spinning. No other roller coaster has done anything like that. This really looks to be a neat addition. Next up is a large roller coaster that's kind of passed under the radar. This is Monster going to Adventureland in Iowa. This ride looks to be awesome because it's the only Gerstlauer Infinity coaster to go to the United States. And Adventureland hasn't gotten a new roller coaster in a long time. They've chosen to remove their log flume and replace it with this. And I think that was a pretty smart idea because now people are going to want to go to Adventureland if they hadn't already wanted to go before. Let's go over to Six Flags Great Adventure for our number 6 attraction. This is Total Mayhem. Now, we've seen one of these attractions before. Batman the Ride opened at Six Flags Fiesta Texas earlier in 2015. And overall, people responded well to that ride. People liked it. It was a short ride, and that was a downside of it. But in general, people really liked it. They're a lot better than those Intamin Zack Spins. And I think people would have liked to have seen a larger version go to Six Flags Great Adventure, but even though it's an exact clone, this is still going to be a fun ride. We know what to expect, and it's going to be a great fit at Six Flags Great Adventure. Coming in at number 5 is Valraven at Cedar Point. This is going to be the world's tallest and fastest dive coaster. It will also have more inversions than any other dive coaster. This is going in the former spot of the Good Time Theater, and it will be the 5th roller coaster at Cedar Point to exceed 200 feet. This ride is characterized by having 2 very steep drops, an Immelman dive loop, and 0G roll. And then it ends out the ride with a camelback hump. I think for sure it looks to be the best dive coaster ever created. Number 4 is the first RMC to make this list, Storm Chaser, which is famous for its first inversion, which is that first drop. We've seen one of those on Medusa Steel Coaster, but this will be the first one coming to the US. It looks to be very cool. This ride will also have a giant camelback hill, a couple of inversions, some high bank turns, and it looks to be a very solid ride. Will it be the best RMC hybrid? I don't know, but it certainly will be a fantastic addition to Kentucky Kingdom. Coming in at number 3 is the Joker at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. And I think people can argue back and forth about which one is going to be more anticipated, Storm Chaser or the Joker. I have personally chosen the Joker, but I'm interested to see which one actually ends up being better. This is an RMC makeover of Roar, which was a GCI. This will also be the first RMC to have 2 different colored rails, which creates that Joker-like appearance. The ride will have 3 inversions, and will probably end up becoming the best roller coaster at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. In my opinion, this is probably the most anticipated new roller coaster for California. Now we have our number 2 attraction, which is Mako, coming to SeaWorld Orlando. This is a B&M Hyper. The first B&M Hyper coming to US in a while. Now, does it look to be anything special? Not necessarily, but B&M Hypers are just overall awesome attractions, and so that is why this is coming in at number 2. Everyone loves a good B&M Hyper. This is the first coaster coming to SeaWorld Orlando since Manta, which was added in 2009, so it's great to see them getting a new roller coaster. It really complements their lineup, not to mention the color scheme looks great, and this ride is going to have a dip over the lake, which is going to be very cool. This is sure to be a picturesque ride just like Manta was. So what is the number 1 most anticipated ride of 2016? Lightning Rod, coming to Dollywood. This is the fastest wooden roller coaster in the world when it opens, and it will be the world's first wooden launched roller coaster. If that doesn't get you excited, then I don't know what will. This ride overall looks to be awesome. It's got a launch. It's got a steep drop. It has airtime galore. It has insane bank turns. This is going to be one insane ride. It's going to be a fantastic fit for Dollywood, and that is why it is coming in at number 1 for the most anticipated new roller coasters of 2016. I want to hear from you. Which roller coasters are you most looking forward to? This was my top 10. Will I be able to ride all of these next year? No, I will not. But I'll try to get to as many of these as I can. And based off of what attractions are coming, 2016 really does look to be a great year for the amusement park industry. So thank you for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for more coaster countdowns, and I'll catch you guys next time.